Hello students, welcome once more to online video class for class 8 computer studies. Today we are going to study about the types of computer network. So what are the types of computer network? Like LAN, local area network, metropolitan area network, campus area network, wide area network, and personal area network. These things we will discuss today. And what are the advantages of these networks and what are the disadvantages of these networks. There are many types of networks that we can form. So when to form which network and when not to use another network, these things we will cover today. So without wasting the time, let us start our first network, which is local area network. So before starting this local area network, let us see once more what is network that we have already discussed. As you know, a computer network is an interconnection of many devices of different types to share information and resources. Different devices means device can belong to laptop, mobile phone, personal computer, or it can be tablet. So using these devices, when we connect with each other for the purpose of sharing information and resources, so this arrangement is known as a computer network. So today we will discuss what are the different types of network when it is formed. Local area network, it is a small network that are confined to a localized area, for example in an office building or in a factory. The purpose of a local area network is to serve its users in resource sharing. Resource I have already told you in the previous video. For example, resource can be considered as a printer or it can be a scanner. So when we have many computers connected with each other and we have only a single printer, so that single printer can be utilized or shared among all the other computers. It is an example of sharing of resources. So hardware as well as software resources can be shared through a local area network. Users can also share data and information, programs, hard disks and modems. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? First we will discuss the advantages of local area network. Its cost is less when we are laying a local area network. And two advantages will remain with all the computer networks, that is sharing of information and resources. Resource means any hardware can be shared like printer, and information can be in the form of picture file, audio file, video file, text messages. So these can be shared from one system to another system. Now using the local area network, the speed is very good, so transfer rate will be very good. Local area networks result in enhanced communication, but there are some drawbacks also because of this local area network. With the increase in number of nodes, nodes means number of computers. So when you increase the number of computers in a LAN, performance of LAN may decrease, means speed will become slow, and LANs have a limit on area coverage, so it can work only in a small area. That is the disadvantage. Now, second type of network is metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area networks are the networks spread over a city. For example, a cable TV network that are spread over a city can be considered as a metropolitan area network. So you can see the difference. LAN works only within a small building or office, but metropolitan area can cover whole city together. The purpose of metropolitan area network is also sharing of information on and resources like land. So advantage of metropolitan area network is it can cover a large area, that is whole city can be covered. More enhanced communication can be established using metropolitan area as compared to local area network. But there are some disadvantages of metropolitan area network. The cost of laying a man is more than cost of laying a LAN because it requires a lot of cable, and with the increase in spread size the managing of man is comparatively difficult as compared to LAN. Managing means when whole city is covered with the metropolitan area network, like cable operators are using that. You would have seen cable operators are every time busy from one place to another place. At one place there may be a cut in the cable, so they have to repair the cable. Sometimes monkeys can break the wires, or by the vehicles also their wires can be broken, so that is the problem. Now we will discuss the third type of computer network, that is a campus area network. Campus, the name itself it suggests that it belongs to a campus. A campus can have many buildings. For example, we can have a campus of university. A university may have many departments like mathematics department, physics department, chemistry department. So using campus area network, computers can be connected from one building to another building confined to the same campus. Another example of campus area network is a big office of any company. When the company is big, there may be many branches in the company or many departments. So different departments can have different buildings. So these all departments can be connected with each other in a campus area network. Now, the campus area network has a range larger than local area network. Local area network can be managed within a range of 1 kilometer, but campus area network can be managed from 1 kilometer to 5 kilometer. So these are the benefits of campus area network. A campus area network is economical, beneficial and easy to implement in a specific kilometers of locality. Means cost will be less. Campus area network offers multi-department network access. Campus area network offers same speed and data transfer across various departments or blocks. It is very useful for the universities and other corporate organizations that have bigger area covered as compared to LANs. But there are some drawbacks also. A campus area network is comparatively difficult to manage as compared to local area network because of many computers and many buildings. Now the fourth category of computer network is a wide area network that we say WAN. Wide, with the name itself it is clear that its area will be very wide. The networks belonging to this category are spread across not only cities and countries, it can go beyond the continent also. So wide area network is a group of interconnected computers that are separated by large distances and tied together or connected with each other. It can even be a group of LANs. LANs you have already studied. Local area network is a group of computers confined to a small area. Suppose we have many LANs in different areas. When all these LANs are connected with each other, so it will form a big network that we can consider as wide area network. The wide area network link computers to facilitate fast and efficient exchange of information at lesser cost and higher speed. Now what are the advantages of wide area network? It is portable. First advantage. Portable means we don't have to sit at one place. We can change our places from one place to another place to use the wide area network. For example, you can use internet by sitting at your home. You can use the same internet facility by going to different cities. That is why it is known as portable network. Planning. Wireless networks allow for communication without planning, and wired networks need wiring plans. We can set up wide area network by using two methods: wireless network and wired network. But when you are going to plan a wired network using cables, then you need to make a specific plan. Third advantage, installation is quick and easy and can eliminate the need of cable through walls and or ceiling. Wide area networks provide connectivity in areas that are difficult to lay cables. For example, in hilly area or the states where houses are situated not on a flat surface, some houses are at a height, some houses are below that. There is a problem of road in these areas. So setting a wired network can become difficult in hilly areas. So in that areas we can plan wireless network. We don't need to lay the cables. Now some more things we will discuss, that is disadvantages. The setup cost of wide area network is high as compared to other networks that we have discussed. Wide area networks are complicated and complex. The reason is wide area network is a interconnection of many networks together. It can have many LANs connected with each other. It can have many metropolitan area networks, many personal, not personal. So LAN can be connected, metropolitan area network can be connected with each other. Suppose some LANs are connected with wires, some LANs are connected with wireless network. Similarly, we can have campus area network and mm, one more network we have studied just now, LAN, campus area network and metropolitan area network. So some networks may be connected with wires, some networks may be wireless, but actually the wide area network is a network of many networks. That is why it becomes complicated or complex. So to set up this is difficult task. Security is difficult to maintain. Internet is an example of wide area network. So you already have studied or heard about the threat of internet. Means while using internet, our system can become corrupt with viruses. Our system can be hacked by hackers. So these are the security breaches when we are working with wide area network or internet. Wide area networks open the way for certain type of internal security breaches such as unauthorized use. Unauthorized means any hacker can access your computer without your knowledge and steal some files or some important things from your system and you may not be able to know. Information theft and malicious damage to files. Malicious damage to files can be done using viruses, Trojan horses and malicious softwares that are quite common when you are working with internet. That is why you are advised to use antivirus software in your device when you are working with internet. Increase in number of nodes or number of clients or computers may reduce the data transfer rate. Means speed of internet can become slow because of many systems are connected with each other. Now the maintenance issue is also a problem. As I have already told you, internet is an example of wide area network. It can be assumed as an example of WAN. The internet is composed of large number of smaller interconnected networks. These networks may link tens, thousands or thousands of computers, enabling them to share information with each other and to share various resources such as powerful supercomputers and databases. Using internet, we can get access to all types of information by sitting at our home or sitting in front of our device. So from where we are getting this information? Actually, these information are kept in the computers which are kept at different cities or different countries all over the world. That is why we can access information from any type of computer or any database. Database is a large collection of information. For example, the banks are keeping the data of their customers like their name, address, bank account details, and it is kept in the bank's database servers. Servers are big computers. So all the banks are keeping the record of their clients or customers in the database files. So using internet, these information can be accessed. The internet has made it possible for people all over the world to effectively and inexpensively communicate with each other, like with video conferencing or voice call. Using internet, you are familiar how to do voice call and video call. So we can get connected to people all over the world using internet without the waste of money. The cost of money will be only your cost of data pack. No extra cost is required. Now the growth of internet. The internet grew tremendously during the latter half of 1990s. Each year during that time, more people used the internet to access ever increasing amount of information. One survey was done in that it was found that in 1996, 148 million people were using the internet. 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. So you can calculate yourself. 148 million persons were using internet in 1996. In 1998, this figure doubled. It became 320 million. Analysts estimate that more than 4 billion people will use the internet by 2020. See, 1 billion is 1000 times of a million. So you can compare the data how people use internet. From 148 million in 1996, then 320 million in 1998, and 4 billion. 4 billion can be considered as 4000 million by the end of 2020. Now the uses of internet. We are quite familiar how to use the internet. Who is using the internet and for which purpose people are using the internet? Different type of persons have use of internet for different purpose. Businesses use the internet to provide access to complex databases such as financial databases. Like I had given the example of banks. Banks keep the record of their customers in a server in a database file. Database file is a very big file. So using the internet, the employees of bank can access the data of their customers. Companies carry out electronic commerce or e-commerce, including advertising, selling, buying, or distribution of products like Flipkart and Amazon. They are e-commerce companies. They store the data of the product in their database files in their servers, and the sellers across the country, they are connected with the e-commerce companies, and we the people who are the clients or customers, we are buying and selling our products directly to the sellers. with the help of e-commerce companies. E-commerce companies are mediators between customers and sellers. So we give orders to the e-commerce company. E-commerce company instructs it to the different sellers who are selling this product, and with the channel of e-commerce companies, customers are able to contact with the sellers to buy and sell their products. Businesses and institutions use the internet for voice and video conferencing and other forms of communication that enable people to telecommute or work from a distance. Like I am connected to you using internet. I am making this video, uploading on the YouTube. This upload is done with the help of internet. You are downloading this video from the server of YouTube to your device. Then you are able to watch it. So in this way we the teachers are able to get connected with the students. So if internet was not there, we would not have been able to connect with each other, and this online studies would have not been possible. The use of email over the internet has greatly speeded communication between companies, among co-workers, and between other individuals. Means using email we can send the message instantly from one place to another. It does not matter to which city we are sending our mail, to which country we are sending. It will be sent instantly without the waste of time. Media and entertainment companies like TV channels, they use internet to broadcast audio and video, including live radio and television programs. They also offer online chat groups in which people carry on discussions using written text and online news and weather programs. Scientists and scholars use internet to communicate with colleagues. Colleagues means co-workers. One scientist can contact his co-worker who may be sitting at different place in different city for the purpose of doing some research work and sharing some information with each other. Individuals use internet for communication, entertainment, finding information, and to buy and sell goods and services. Now one more type of network we will study, that is personal area network. A personal area network, with the name itself, it is clear that it is used for personal use by the people. Means here we will not have many devices connected with each other. Actually it is found in a home for a family to share information from one device to another device. So when a small network is formed with personal devices like a computer, phone, printer, tablet, then this small network is known as personal area network. It has connectivity range of up to 10 meters. Only 10 meters area it can work. Personal area network can be wireless or it can be wired. To create a wired personal area network, we use technologies like FireWire and Universal Serial Bus, that is USB. To create a wireless personal area network, we can use Bluetooth or infrared. You have already experienced the use of Bluetooth. Using Bluetooth, one smartphone can be connected with another smartphone in our family for the purpose of sharing one file or picture or any video or audio. Now, what are the advantages of PAN? PANs are efficient, cost effective and convenient. Means to set up a PAN, we don't need too much cost. Actually, while connecting the devices in our family with Bluetooth, there is no cost required because in our devices already we have facility of Bluetooth. We don't have to install any other hardware. PANs are considered secure as it is mostly used by single user for personal use. Secure means we don't have the threat of being hacked by other people. We don't have the threat of being affected by viruses that we are experiencing in internet. But there are some disadvantages also. PANs can cover only distances up to 10 meters. In PANs, data rate is slow as compared to other networks. So today we have discussed many networks like local area network, campus area network, wide area network, personal area network. Please revise all these networks and take care. Thank you.